Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of SipNReview. My name is Chantel, and today I will be doing a recap on The First Wives Club, Season 1, Episode 9, the finale. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. Follow me on Instagram at SipNReview. Also, my SipNReview podcast, as well as you can also check out my other platforms on my About page where there are links. So, let's get started. We started out with the girls texting one another because, on the last episode, if you guys go back and watch my other recap, the girls fell out because they were upset that Hazel decided to go back to Derek. And the girls, they text each other, and they apologized to one another. Of course they did. They are best friends after all. Meanwhile, Bree, she was seeing a marriage counselor by herself today. And the counselor asked her, did she want her husband back because she really loves him, or is it because she's afraid of being alone? LOL. The therapist told her before the side piece she was in love with her husband. The therapist recommends Bree go back to the actual place where she first fell in love with Gary to see if she could recognize the person he was then and the person that he is now. This should help Bree with her fears. Moving on, Ari was offered a partner position at the law firm of Derek's lawyer, Kat. Why is she trying to get Ari on her team? Is she afraid of losing a case to Ari? Shaking my head. Derek was playing a guitar for Hazel and he was singing to her. And, in his verse, he was saying that he was sorry. Boy, bye. I don't believe anything that comes out of Derek's mouth, okay? And what he really wants to say is, baby, I'm sorry, and I need your money to help me stay relevant. He wants to be able to live the life of luxury, offer someone else's dime, and that's what he's good at because he's a con artist. And he wants Hazel to promote her old songs on a tour instead of her new songs because he produced her older songs and he wants his cut, okay? He knows that Kalia produced her new songs. And that's when the light bulb finally went off in Hazel's head. She just realized that Derek only wanted her because he saw that she was doing good for herself. Derek is still trying to control Hazel. Shaking my head. You know what? I hate to toot my own horn, but I might as well. So, toot. I did say on my last recap that he was just using her because of her singing career and the fact that it is back on and popping. He sees dollar signs. Hazel told Derek that she would rather fail on her own than to succeed with his punk ass. And that is exactly what she said. His punk ass. So those are her exact words. Ari was talking to her husband David and she told him about the job offer that she got. And he wants them to move to Albany for 2 years. Ari told him that she's not moving there. Instead, she wanted him to work there during the week and come home on the weekends. Moving on. Bree visited the place where she and Gary first met. She was talking to a man in a park that sells hot dogs. LOL, that man don't want to hear about your marriage, girl. He just wants you to purchase a hot dog and keep it moving. Moving on. Hazel was talking to Sasha, Derek's daughter, at the bar. Hazel said that she doesn't know why she thought that Gary changed. Girl, bye. Everyone tried to warn you that he did not change and you was being so damn stubborn. Stephen wanted to see that Derek was still playing you. Girl, what? Sasha told Hazel that she knows exactly how her father cheated her out of her money for so many years. Meanwhile, Bree was sitting in the park enjoying her hot dog, thinking about her husband Gary, laughing my ass off. Bree was talking to herself and she told Gary that she loves him. She didn't realize that it was actually Gary talking to her. He was there at the park. Apparently, the therapist told Gary the exact same thing that she told Bree. So, given the fact that they both know that this park is their special place where they fell in love, thus being the reason why they both were there at the same time. Damn. Hazel told Bree that Derek had 2 sets of accounting books, and that's how he was able to steal from her. Shaking my head. I'll put Derek ass in jail. So Ari just pulled up to Bree's house. You know, that's where all the girls meet up to have their girl talk. At this point, Ari was still pissed with Hazel, so she was not talking to her. And Bree made up a story just to get her to come over there. She had Ari under the impression that it was a state of emergency. And Hazel, she really had to do some begging just to get her best friend back. Because Ari wasn't trying to hear shit that Hazel had to say to her after their last argument over Derek on the last episode. Meanwhile, Hazel was telling the girls that Derek stole millions from her and he used that money to start his label. And Stella, we get to her behind, and she was complaining to Derek because Hazel's song was charting higher than hers. Girl, bye. What do you expect? First of all, I don't know what you and Derek thought, but remember, you were trying to steal Hazel's song, drop her song before she even dropped her own damn song, and you was hoping that it would make the top 10, but baby girl got both of you together and she released her own song first. Okay, so girl, bye. They called the boys and they showed up pretending to be the FBI. Now the boys are 2 men that Ari, Bree, and Hazel call when they need to get the job done. Okay, so they handcuffed Derek and they kidnapped him, tossed him in the back of the van. He gonna learn today. Y'all, why Hazel appeared on the TV stream? LOL, she's running the show now. Child, Derek was shook. He didn't even know Hazel had it in her, okay? She was straight gangsta. She told Derek, you have 2 choices. You either are going to give me my money back or go to jail. You know he wasn't about to go to jail, honey. He ain't trying to go to anyone's jail. You know how fancy he likes to live. Now, look who's out in the cold. How does it feel to be kicked out of the penthouse? Hazel says she called the paparazzi and she had them all waiting outside to catch him being out in the cold, honey. He still had on his robe. He probably was still in bed sleeping when they escorted his ass out. So, you know, Gary is moving back in with his wife, Bree. And they decided to call off the divorce. So yay, that's great. Now they do have two very young kids together, and it's great that, they're going to work on their marriage with continued counseling. They should be okay just as long as Gary does not cheat on Brie again, because she's going to give him hell if he cheats on her again. Moving on. So it's Hazel's album release party, and everyone was dressed in all white, so therefore it was an all white event. And can you believe Khalil showed up? Okay, so do you forgive her, or did you just show up because you produced that fire ass album? Anyway, hopefully them two could work it out, and she did realize that she made the wrong decision by choosing Derek over Khalil. And David, Ari's husband, he made senators. That's what happened at the end of this season, the finale. He made senator, and Gary, as I said previously, he moved back with his wife. And Hazel now has her own record label. So, I will see you guys for season 2. I will be recapping this, and this does come on BET Her, for those of you that don't know what channel it comes on. You may also catch it on BET Plus as well. Thank you all for listening. Do not forget to check out my website, SipNReview.com. Follow me on Instagram at SipNReview.com, and listen to my podcast, my Sip and Review podcast, at anchor.fm. The links are available on my About page. You all have a blessed day. Bye now.